I let it grow like from love into an addiction. I don't need to be pretty, that there's more to me than just my physique. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's minimalism video is going to be makeup rehab, and I'm going to be talking about what's good with my 3-month no buy. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it. Let's go. Woo. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. If you want to check out my Patreon and consider making a donation to help support my channel, I would love it. And if not, then just help me out with the algorithm by giving this video a thumbs up and a subscribe. And let's just get into the video. Let's get it. Let's go. Woo. So for those of you who are new, I've been doing 2020 up until October was a low buy. I bought makeup, I think like once or twice or something like that. And through that, I discovered I had a problem with makeup. Like I had lost my job because of the pandemic, and I was still thinking, you know what, I need to buy makeup. Like what? So I was like, okay, I need help. And so I went on the internet and I found Reddit and the subreddit Makeup Rehab, and I have been addressing all of these like issues that I have, and you can go watch my videos and stuff. But anyway, okay, so I started my no buy in October. So I didn't buy makeup October, November, and we just started December. So I kind of wanted to like talk about it, help anybody else out. My journey's been going really smooth, like really smooth. And I think that the best advice I could give anybody who wants to have a smooth no buy journey is you really got to address the deep shit that's inside. Like I know you're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to be constantly tempted if you don't address that stuff. I didn't address any of that stuff when I did my March no makeup back in 2017, where I didn't wear makeup for like a year, but then I went back to it because I was like, screw this, I love makeup, ain't nobody gonna hold me back. And the thing is, you really have to address some of the underlying issues. For myself, some of the underlying issues that I addressed was just like my eating disorder, and didn't let myself eat, so I just coped by constantly buying makeup instead of like actually eating a cookie. Another one was I was really stressed out about my student loans. From 2015 to 2020, I was paying off my student loans. I had $70K, and that stressed the hell out of me. Any money that I had left over, I was like, yo, your girl needs to treat herself. So I would just go and treat myself to makeup, and it's not the healthiest coping mechanism. Another one was I had to kind of like look at my own identity and this idea that, oh, I can't be ugly, I have to be pretty because of my, social media career, blah, 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 blah. And it was really difficult for me to like let go of this idea that if I'm not pretty, it's okay, or that I don't need to be pretty, that there's more to me than just my physique. So that was like another thing that I addressed. And another thing was that I was kind of sick and tired of like FOMO, like fear of missing out, constantly wanting to buy new makeup. And when I did buy makeup, I found that I still felt not enough. Like I would buy something new and then give it like a month or two, I was already like on my next wish list of something else that I wanted to buy, and it just wasn't very healthy. As a minimalist, I didn't have a lot, but I told myself that I could have makeup. So I guess because I couldn't have other things, I just went ham on the makeup, and I let it grow like from love into an addiction, and it's just really toxic. And I was just hurting myself. I was hurting myself financially, and I was hurting myself mentally. Like those two things were the biggest drivers about why I wanted to get help. With having lost my job, I no longer had that ability to justify buying makeup the way that I was, especially because I like luxury makeup or even just drugstore. Like it adds up, and I was just like, this is just not the way I want to keep living my life. It's just such an unhealthy way to live. I just didn't want to be like stressed out financially over like liquids and powders when I was already addressing some of the other things that I was doing. Like I was eating better, I was eating healthy, I've been on my recovery. I've addressed that like I don't have to be pretty, the internet will still like me, there's more to me than just that. Like as I address these things, I kind of made space in my life to be able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna use up my makeup, and I'm gonna stop like with this obsession, with this addiction. I unsubscribed from all of the beauty bloggers that I followed. For me, it was mostly like K-beauty. Like I don't know what it is about K-beauty and Asian beauty. I feel like it just speaks to me. I'm not the type for like very like dramatic, like very Western makeup. Like that was me before I became a minimalist. So I've been kind of gravitating towards like a more natural, like sweet, kind of minimal type of look. But so it's almost like the addiction kind of like slid under the radar. I couldn't really quite like pin it. Like nobody was like, whoa, like you're wearing too much makeup. I was always like, oh yeah, like your makeup looks good. And so what I'm trying to say is, at the bottom of it, the reason that my 3-month no buy has been going really well is because I've been practicing things like not being constantly bombarded with temptation. I don't go to the makeup stores anymore. I haven't stepped foot into Sephora yet since I've come back to Canada. It's also good that I left Asia, because most of my temptations were at Poya, which is like a Taiwanese makeup store, so I don't go there anymore. Or even like Watson, which is a Hong Kong brand. And it's just like, thank God, like let's not tempt ourselves. That's the other thing. I stopped going where the addiction was fed. I stopped going to the beauty stores. I stopped going online. I stopped going on Instagram. I stopped watching the YouTube tutorials. Once I cut myself off from that, I had like the space to be able to love the makeup that I had. And once I loved the makeup that I had, I was just like kind of enjoying like doing certain looks and this and that. gave myself like the space to like heal and breathe. And like now, I think in December, I think I have introduced like a couple back, but when I see the content, I no longer have that feeling of like, oh yeah, like I really want to buy that. Like I don't have that anymore. Instead, I think like, oh man, like if I buy that, I have to project pan it, and that's gonna take forever. If you guys have done project pans, it takes years to finish. I have not finished my stuff yet, and it's just so frustrating, and there's expiration dates. So when I see this makeup, I don't want to buy it, don't want to spend money on it, don't want to project pan it, and I just feel like screw it. Like I want a simple look. I'm good with that. Like if I look pretty with a little bit of makeup, then that's the other thing. I have like new goals that I want to achieve. I want my makeup to fit into a makeup bag. I want makeup to be an area where I'm also a minimalist in. I don't have to be radical and not wear makeup as a minimalist, but I would like to have a minimalistic makeup collection. My stuff just almost fits in a makeup bag, like maybe like 1.5, and I'm trying to call it down to just a bag. And I also want to be financially like savvy with my money. I just don't want to keep spending it. It adds up over the years. If you guys watch these empty videos, it's like $1,000, $2,000 over the year, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I don't spend money on skincare, and I don't spend money on makeup. Instead, I just focus on nourishing my soul and nourishing my mind and coming up with new hobbies. That's the other thing. I have like new hobbies that I do now. I've been spending more time on my YouTube channel. I've taken up drawing. I've gone back to working out, and these other things, I feel like they kind of enrich my life a little bit more, so that when I do indulge in makeup, it's like in a healthier way. It's like I take those 10 minutes out of my day to enjoy doing my makeup. If I have some spare time, I might scroll on Instagram for a couple minutes, but that's the kind of relationship I want to have with makeup. Something that supports me, something that brings me joy, not something that stresses me out at night and makes me think like, what on earth was I thinking that I bought that? I can't freaking sleep right now. Okay, so that has been all the things that I've been experiencing in my 3-month no buy. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.